Chief of Army Staff's convoy intercepts 4 local robbers. Buhari inaugurates 2 Air Force combat helicopters. Dogara charges youths on participation in governance. All Progressives Congress APC crisis deepens as violence mars ward congresses. And in sports, Manchester City lifts Premier League trophy. These and more news reports in a moment. I am Nten Ekpan with the AM News on television Nigerian. The Chief of Army Staff's convoy on Saturday intercepted 4 local armed robbers along Numan Yola Road. A press release by the Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Texas Chukwu, says at the time of the interception, the robbers had blocked the Numan Yola Highway, robbing motorists and passengers of their belongings. Items recovered from the robbers include 3 Dane guns, machetes, and different kinds of charms. According to the release, the suspect had since been handed over to the Nigerian police for further investigation and prosecution. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari on Saturday also in Kaduna inaugurated 2 Mi-35mm combat helicopters delivered to Nigeria by Russia in April to boost the attack capabilities of the Nigerian Air Force. The president was represented by the Minister of Defense, Brigadier General Muhammadan Ali, retired at the Nigerian Air Force Base in Kaduna during the celebrations to mark the 54th anniversary of the Air Force. The president saluted the efforts of the current leadership of the Nigerian Air Force for performing its assignment wonderfully well, stating that the role of the military as an enabler of national development cannot be overemphasized, as efforts will be futile if national security is not first guaranteed. The president also disclosed that within the last 2 years, NAF enlisted and recruited over 5,000 personnel to adequately boost its human capacity, which was in line with his administration's efforts of creating jobs for unemployed youths. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Yakubu Dogara, has charged all youths to take full advantage of the Not Too Young to Run bill, explaining that the National Assembly passed the popular bill with the objective of lowering the age requirement for elective officers in line with his commitment to youth participation in governance. He also added that House of Representatives is committed to the enactment of youth-friendly legislations that will aid the total development of youths into productive citizens while encouraging them to imbibe and sustain the spirit of commitment to civic obligations. Delivering a lecture as the guest speaker at the 31st Annual All-Rotaract Multi-District Conference in Abuja, he also added that the National Assembly is dedicated to ensuring the observance and appropriation of fundamental human rights of youths and full participation in governance through all the available opportunities under the law. The crisis ravaging the ruling All Progressives Congress APC deepened at the weekend as the nationwide ward congresses ended on a mixed note. The party's governorship primary in Ekiti State ended in chaos after thugs destroyed election materials and delegates loyal to some aspirants for the ticket of the party ahead of the July election in the state disagreed. Some notable APC leaders such as the embattled National Chairman Chief John Odige Oyegun boycotted the ward congresses in Edo. So also were Speaker Yakubu Dogara in Bauchi and Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso in Kano, whose loyalists held parallel congresses. While the ward congresses were peaceful in a couple of states such as Edo, Bayelsa, Taraba, Kwara, and Katsina, among others, it was not so in Akwa Ibom, Oyo, Rivers, and Delta, where violence and rancor reportedly marred the exercise, with one reportedly stabbed to death in Delta State. There were parallel congresses in Imo State, where the Deputy Governor Prince Eze Madumere and Senator Benjamin Owajumogu reportedly escaped attacks from thugs at the APC Secretariat following the confusion and violence that dominated the parallel congresses in the state. After the break, more on entertainment, sports, and the foreign scene. Stay with us. For almost a decade, The Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our dear country is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents once took control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria. Welcome back. On entertainment, the long-awaited 12th edition of the Headies Awards, previously known as Hip Hop World Awards, was held in Lagos on Saturday. The event, which aims at recognizing and celebrating outstanding achievement in Nigeria's music industry, had hip-hop artist Davido and vocal powerhouse Simi as the biggest winners at the star-studded event. Simi carted home the best R&B single with the song Smile For Me and the best recording of the year for Juromi, while her album Simi Sola won the album of the year. Davido's hit song If won the best pop single and song of the year categories, and the singer was also named the artist of the year. Other winners include Yemi Alade for best performer. Two-Face Idibia won best reggae dance hall with the single Holy Holy, while best collaborations went to Tiwa Savage and Wizkid with the song Malo, among other winning categories. And in sports news, Manchester City lifted the Premier League trophy amid jubilant scenes despite Huddersfield gaining a vital point in their battle to avoid relegation with a goalless draw at Etihad Stadium. But City could not produce the style of football fans have become so accustomed to this season, with Kevin De Bruyne and Gabriel Jesus going closest in a game of few clear-cut chances. With only 2 league defeats to his side's name, Guardiola has quickly learned key lessons from his first season in charge in English football and now faces his next big challenge to bring back-to-back Premier League titles to the Etihad while making City successful on the European stage. On the foreign scene, Senator John McCain, who was a former U.S. presidential candidate, is organizing his funeral and has barred President Donald Trump from attending when he dies. The ailing Arizona Republican who has brain cancer is organizing his funeral, and close associates have reportedly told the White House that Trump will not be invited. Instead, Vice President Mike Pence, who served with McCain in Congress, will be asked to attend the service, according to the New York Times. The funeral ceremony for the former Republican presidential candidate will be held at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. Trump's long-running feud with McCain has roots in the early days of the 2016 presidential race, while the senator criticized Trump for disparaging Mexican immigrants in the June 2015 speech in which the president declared his candidacy. And to end the news, a recap of the major stories. Chief of Army Staff's convoy intercepts 4 local robbers. Buhari inaugurates 2 Air Force combat helicopters. Dogara charges youth on participation in governance. All Progressives Congress APC crisis deepens as violence mars ward congresses. And in sports, Manchester City lifts Premier League trophy. That's the news this time on television, Nigerian. Just before we go, do remember that success is not final, neither is failure fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Thanks for watching. My name is Nten Epang. Have a fabulous week ahead of you. Bye-bye.